Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss how to graph when you have slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is a linear equation, which obviously will give you a straight line as we graph it. In my own personal opinion, I think it's the easiest equation to actually graph because it has two components, the slope and a y-intercept, which are all you really need to graph a straight line. So, what is slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form, when written out, is y equals mx plus b. And there's two key components about this equation that we're going to need. The first one, I changed up the color a little bit, is what the m stands for. The m actually stands for your slope. All right, so that slope is going to tell us how the line's going to go up or is it going to go down. If it's positive, it's going to have a line going up. If it's negative, it's going to have a line going down. And we use it, most times it's in the form of a fraction. So we like to talk about slope having a rise and a run. All right, the top number on the slope is how much the line goes up and down. It changes on the y-axis. So if it goes up, it's going to be positive. And it'll go down because it's negative. Your run always runs to the right. It never runs to the left. It always runs to the right. So we're trying to figure out the slope. We're either going to count up or down, depending on whether it's a positive or negative. And then once we go up or down, we're always going to run to the right. Next up is this guy out here, the B. The B is considered your y-intercept. All right, the y-intercept. What that means is this number here is the exact point where our line is going to go through our y-axis on our graph. Okay, so we have 2 points here. We have the point where it's going to go through the y-axis, and then once we have that point, we're going to use the slope to find out the second point, and then we draw our line. So let's do an example. Don't forget, if you're taking notes from this in class or because you missed a class, just hit pause if I'm going a little bit too fast. Write down what you want, then hit play again. All right, so if I have an equation of y equals 2/3 x plus 2. All right, we're in slope-intercept form. The place we want to start, because remember, the last number is my y-intercept. That's where it's going to cross the y-axis. So I know at some point, this line is going to touch that y-axis at a plus 2. So that's a perfect starting point. So whatever this number is, I'm going to go to plus 2 of my y-axis and put a dot there. That was easy enough. Now, all I need is one more dot or one more data point to create a straight line. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the slope now to find my next point. So from the starting point, which is my y-intercept, I'm going to go up 2 and then over to the right 3. So from here, I'm going to go up 2, kind of like to that point, and then over 1, 2, 3. I'll put a dot right there. Up 2, over 3. Now I have 2 dots. Now I can make a straight line. Well, semi-straight line. And I'm talking about a line in this situation, so I want to put arrows on the end, talking about how it's going to actually continue out. So the graph of y equals 2/3 x plus 2 is that graph right there. I got my y-intercept, and I got my slope to give me my second point, and then I was able to graph it. All right, let's do another one. Let me erase this one first. Fix my graph a little bit. There's that line in there. There we go. All right, let's do one with some negatives. Why not, right? Y equals negative 5x plus 4. All right, now I have a negative slope. So this line is going to go down because the slope is negative. And you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, where'd the extra number go? No worries, we can turn any whole number or integer rather, because this is a negative, into a fraction simply by putting a 1 under it. So now I still have my rise or my run. I'm sorry, my rise, and I have my run. Okay, now we have a starting point of +4 this time. Remember, that's the y-intercept. So I'm going to go over to the graph, go up to number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's my starting point, +4. Now, from this point, I'm going to use my slope to find my second point. I'm going to go down 5 and over 1. So down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then over 1. I'll put a dot there. So I went down 5, over 1. Now let's see if I can't draw. I'm still off a little bit. Get a ruler up here. And then that is the graph of y equals negative 5x plus 4. All right, let's do another one. One more. We're going to do one more. We fix this up. There we go. That's good enough for now. All right, let's do another one over here. Let's do y equals 3 over 4 x minus 4. All right, nothing really changes here. I go to my y-intercept first. That's my starting point. It's a negative this time, so I'm going to be on the negative side of the y-axis. So I'm going to go down to negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a dot right there. And then I'm going to use my slope to find my second point. So this is positive, so I'm going to go from that point, I'm going to go up 3 and over 4. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, then over. Let's put another point there so the graph looks better. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my second point. And there's my graph. And it's accurate because my y-intercept, or across the y-axis, is a negative 4. My slope is up 3 over 4. And there we have a graph. If you have any more questions about how to graph slope-intercept form, rewatch the video or ask me in class. See you soon.